Hi guys, welcome back. We're carrying on looking at maps. So far we've looked at floor plans basically, we've looked at maps of malls and buildings and stuff like that, and we've looked at elevation maps. Now we're going to take a look at road or street maps. Now there are different types of road and street maps depending on what area you're looking at. Beside me here we have a road map of Newtown, an area in Johannesburg. And you can see in this map it shows all the individual streets and the layout of those streets and the different and all the different street names and blocks, etc., etc. And when you zoom in on Google Maps, this is often the kind of setup you'll see. If we go to the next map, however, this is another street or road map, but this one is showing all the major roads in South Africa. As you can see, a lot of detail is lost because we're looking at a bigger area, and it just shows all the main freeways, as such connecting the different towns and provinces and cities. So, road maps change depending on their scale. Okay, to understand road maps a bit more, we are going to answer questions, but before we get to that, now, some maps have grids on them. So this works similarly to the problem we looked at earlier when we were talking about seat numbers, where we break the map into different blocks, and then you can find something on the map by referring to that block. In some cases, it might be as easy as saying, look for block A1, and then you need to find block A1 and talk about that. However, with maps, we use lines of longitude and latitude, and these are imaginary lines which go all around the world to form a grid, and we can use these to find where places are, to say where places are. Maybe you've come across them in the past. So, first of all, we have lines of latitude, and these are horizontal lines going across the map. Horizontal meaning left to right. Okay, and they are shown in degrees, minutes, and seconds, either north of the equator or south of the equator. So, for example, something that's just above the equator might be 1 degree, 1 minute, and 1 second north of the equator. Something just south of the equator would be 1 degree, 1 minute, 1 second south of the equator. Those are lines of latitude. Lines of longitude are then the vertical lines going across the globe or the map. And they are also shown in degrees, minutes, and seconds. But now they are shown as east or west, depending on whether they're on the east of the Greenwich Meridian or west of the Greenwich Meridian. So guys, by combining the information of the horizontal position and the vertical position, if we have those two things, it'll point us to one certain point on the map. Now, when we are giving points on a map like this, you will always give the horizontal position first and then the vertical one. Okay, we're going to carry on now, and we're going to have a look at a road map and answer some questions about that road map. So, Clyde lives in Graaff-Reinet. He regularly travels to Adelaide to visit his parents. He also has family that lives in Janssenville. The map indicates the names of regional roads in rhombuses and main roads in rectangles. Name roads are indicated in a pentagon. The actual kilometre distance between the sections of the road is also indicated on the map. Okay, so Clyde uses this map, and this is a map of the Eastern Cape, and it shows these regional roads here and some of the other roads connecting the different towns of the Eastern Cape. Let's have a look at the first question. Name the regional road Clyde would use to travel from Graaff-Reinet to Adelaide. Okay guys, so we have Graaff-Reinet up at the top here, and then we have Adelaide all the way in the middle of the map that side. Okay, so what is the name of that regional road? Remember, they're in a rhombus, and that regional road then is called, can you see it on the map? It's called the R. Okay, so if we look at the map there, we see the regional road he is going to take is the R63. Let's have a look at the next question. Name 3 towns and or cities that Clyde would pass through on his way to Adelaide. Okay guys, so we're going to have a look at the map and we follow his route that he'll take through from Graaff-Reinet through to Adelaide, and we find he'll go through a few cities and towns. So you could have said Pearson, Somerset East, Cookhouse, and Bedford. There are a few more you might mention there as well, as long as he does go through those 3 towns. Okay, next question. Calculate the actual distance between Graaff-Reinet and Jansenville. Okay guys, so here he's going to be traveling from Graaff-Reinet, all just heading down south, and remember the distances are all on the map there, and I've shown the different parts of it and in the red blocks and the distances there. So the first block is about 25 kilometers, the second block is 49 kilometers, and then the last block is another 10 kilometers. So to get the total distance between Graaff-Reinet and Jansenville, we go 25 plus 49 plus 10, which gives me an answer of 84 kilometers. Okay, next question. In which general direction is Pearson from Jansenville? Okay guys, remember our coordinates on the map. North is usually straight up, south is down. Okay, east will be going that way on the map, and west this way. Okay, so we find where Pearson is, and we see it sort of in the middle of the map there. We see Jansenville's down at the bottom here, so it's going at an angle like that. So it's going to be between north and east. So it's going to be in a northeasterly direction. So Pearson is in northeast direction from Jansenville. Okay. Next question, a distance between 2 points on the map is 3 centimeters. The actual or real life kilometer distance between the 2 points is 15 kilometers. Determine the scale used on the map. This we go back to our last lesson on scale. And hopefully you should remember as we go to our next slide how we work this out. So our ratio, 3 centimeters on the map, is 15 kilometers in real life. In other words, 3 centimeters on the map is 1,500,000 centimeters in real life. We don't want we don't want to know how long 3 centimeters is, we want to know how long 1 centimeter is. So we divide both of those by 3, and we get an answer of our scale being 1 is to 500,000. Okay guys, so the last kind of map we're going to spend some time on is floor plans. And we've already sort of looked at floor plans when we talked about the movie theatre and the mall. But this is a proper floor plan you can see beside me. And it's very similar to what an architect or a home designer would draw. And it's useful to know how to read these. Now, floor plans, a lot of times there are set symbols that are used to show certain things. So, for example, a chair or sofa will always be drawn using this symbol at the bottom here. A solid wall will be a solid black line. Doors will be a little quarter circle between two walls. There are all sorts of different symbols we use. And using those symbols, they've drawn a picture of a house or a floor plan of a house, and we're going to use that to try and answer some questions. Okay, so here we have another floor plan, a floor plan of the Crazy Daisy coffee shop over there. And they've given us a key there. They've shown us what the toilet pans look like, wash basins, kitchen sinks, and a door. And then I'm sure you can tell that we have tables there and other things. Question number 1 says, explain the meaning of the term floor plan. Okay, so a floor plan is a diagram that shows the layout of a particular building or room. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Identify the room labeled A. So we look and we see where A is, and it's up there in the furthest corner, top furthest corner from me. Okay, now I have a look there and I see that room A has a toilet pan in it and a wash basin. What room is likely to have a toilet and a wash basin in it? Okay, great. If you said the toilet or the bathroom, that would be correct. Obviously, the kitchen is not going to have a toilet in it. Okay, let's have a look at the next question. Give the direction of the kitchen from the front door. Okay, so the front door you can see is in the middle, up at the top, and the kitchen is in the far bottom corner. So it's pretty much in what I would say is a southeasterly direction. Okay, next question. The measured length of the copy shop is 70 millimeters. The actual length is 15 meters. What is the scale of this plan? So guys, we know how long the room is, we know how long it is in real life, so we use what we learned in our last lesson. 70 millimeters on the map is 15 meters in real life. 70 millimeters will then be 15,000 millimeters. This goes to a 1 is to 214 decimal. We're going to round that off to the nearest whole number, so the final ratio is 1 is to 214. Guys, thanks for joining me for this lesson. As always, if you would like some extra practice, feel free to download it off www.iWhiz.co.za. I'll see you guys soon.
We need to learn to live with the COVID virus, you know, the new normal, at least for the next few months. And we have just what you need to make sure you never miss a single school lesson. And it's absolutely free, mahala! High quality, powerful, animated lessons for all your subjects. So don't spend a cent until you have tried iWhiz. It's everything you need. All video lessons, textbooks, workbooks, exam prep. We want you to ace 2021.